There's a fascinating Imri Emes. The Imri Emes says that there were four individuals, four personalities in the Torah that had an addition to their names, a one-letter addition to their names. Who were they? He says they were Abraham and Sarah. Avram became Avraham. Sarai became Sarah. Hoshea became Yoshua. Yoshua was another one. And Yeser became Yisro. So Avram and Sarah got hay. Each of them got a hay added to their names. Hoshea got a Yud, becoming Yoshua. And Yeser got a Vav, becoming Yisro. Why were these people so unique? Avram and Sarah, they were part of pagan families. That's how they were raised. They went ahead and they went on a real odyssey and a spiritual trip to understand what is Hashem, what is my role in this world, why was I created, what was my purpose, what will be my purpose. And any human being who doesn't give this thought, I don't care if you're a Hindu living in India or if you're a Buddhist living in the Far East, it doesn't make a difference. Every single human being was given cognition, was given human capacity, was given a cerebrum, a cerebellum, a cerebral cortex. It is your job to start thinking about life, and especially if you're Jewish and living in New York State, or if you're Jewish living in Israel, wherever you're living, especially if you're Jewish. I'm accentuating the fact that if you're Jewish, you have an achrayus, you have a divine role. You have a responsibility to start thinking about life. Why am I here? Why was I put on this planet? Why was I born Jewish? What is my role? How can I contribute? L'sakin olam mamachos shakai. What am I doing to rectify and repair this world? What am I doing to rectify and repair myself? It starts at home. It starts with yourself. So each of these people, Avram and Sarah, they changed the world. They went out, reaching out to everybody, bringing people in, teaching people about God, teaching people about how to be humane, how to be kind, how to lift up the world. They got haze. Hoshea, Yoshua, was married to Rachav. Rachav had a very sordid and obscene almost past. But she went ahead, she metamorphosis. She transformed her entire life. And she put her life at risk before she transformed her life for the Klal Yisrael. And she became a Jew at 50 years old. The Gemara in Tzvachim, Daf Kuf Tes Vav on the base, if I'm not mistaken, says that Rachav the Zona, Rachav, who was a prostitute, became one of the greatest Jewish heroines, one of the greatest Jewish women to ever live, married to Yoshua. So they obviously did a lot. Yoshua saved Klal Yisrael, was the successor of Moshe Rabbeinu. Marries Rachav. He could have had his prime pick. And then, of course, Yisro. Yisro was a Kohen Midian. He was like one of those guys that have the mega churches in Texas that are flying airplanes. You know, the pastors that get up there and they preach and preach. And basically, the underlying subtle message is maybe, give me your money. All right, they have these huge churches. They have devotees and disciples and followers, what we call Hasidim, Lahavdil. That was Yisro. Yisro had everything. Yisro had wealth. Probably had the most palatial and opulent home. He had servants. He had people that would, at his beck and call, do anything for him. If he scratched his nose, they would scratch their nose. That was Yisro. And what did Yisro do? He gave it all up. Laman Hashem, for the sake of Hashem. Unbelievable. So Yisro got a Vav to his name. Avram and Sarah got Hayes. And Hoshea got the Yud. It says there in Miriam, that's Yud K Vav K. Rebbe Shalom said, if you're willing to go back for me, if you're willing to exert, no matter how arduous, no matter how tedious, no matter how laborious it is, but you're willing not to succumb, and not to capitulate, and not to kowtow, but you're willing to be a Jew. You're willing to rise above. And you're willing to reach out to others, to bring others close. Change yourself, change the world, but I'm putting my name in you. That's a Yud K Vav K. And that's where Yisro got the Vav. The Yud, the K, the Vav, the K. Unbelievable. Amazing.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.